How it be, how it is. Everybody, welcome in and welcome back. We are returning this fine day to Garrakus School for the Ethically Dubious, run by our phenomenal offbeat outlaw. And I'm very excited to be getting back into it. Quick couple of announcements real quick is that there is a phenomenal LARP event coming up that I'm going to be going to that one of my players runs, named Taylor Ann Tracy. It's called Heinefall. It is in early November, and there is a command for that, which I will put in the chat real quick, as well as 2 games being sponsored by the Crit Awards that I will be running, 2 panels at Gen Con. So tickets can be found for that. Time to meet Floor Zebra. No. And aside from that, I think that's all for the announcements. If you would like to get caught up on previous summer series or when we're on season, any of the 3 weekly streamed campaigns, you can head over to the YouTube Longshot. And if you would like to join a community, we are as chaotic as we are wholesome. There is a Discord. With that, over to you, Offbeat.
What up? My name is Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube and TikTok under that exact same name, but mostly on YouTube and also on Twitch. I'm going to be probably streaming after this, playing Helldivers. So yeah, that'll be fun. Anyway, did you know that Garrakus' magical school for the ethically dubious is a school? I am the DM. I made this place. This is my home. I live here now. I'm in your walls. That is all. Mavis.
Hi, I'm Little Spirit. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, and I play Mavis Sunstone, the entire therapy department at Garrakus School for the Ethically Dubious. Why, may you ask, there is a therapy department for a school that calls itself the Ethically Dubious? Everyone needs some time to calm. I don't know what I'm doing. Taco, go, please.
I am Taco. I play Startch. He make food. He be chef. He teach class. He also teach life lesson. Jared.
Please don't make Lan teach. That's the last thing he wants to do. As we did, I guess, as was stated in the opening speech for the new students. I recruited Feet.
Toenail.
Old Toenail. Necromancer extraordinaire. But I don't know. I mean, his research paper was the best, so he was the clear choice.
I think there was a whimsical option too. I think there was a very whimsical and silly option that was also. I just want to talk about. I just thought I'd bring that up. That is all.
I did not think you were gonna pick Feet.
I did not think you were picking Toenail. I was so real. But we have Toenail.
It was wholly dependent on the research paper. Because he went into extra detail about a specific thing. Len was like, that's the most useful research paper. So that's why Toenail won. No other reason. Yeah, Jeff, did you actually do character intro?
I'm Sir Pfeffers, the primary dungeon master for the long shot table. And when we're off season, I give the DM reins to such trusted, phenomenal beings such as Offbeat and Ben Brainerd on Tuesdays. Tsusoet Whitweary. He is a little mushroom lad, and he's kind of the tank for the party, a party of casters. He's kind of a caster tank, and he has been given Jeffathan the lad, in dire need of wisdom, and what better way to give wisdom, what better way to gain wisdom is by gaining experience. So I'll be taking him with us in a little bit of a sink or swim kind of situation. And of course, thank you, young Dr. Gay. We have Bingo that can also be found on the Discord as well. As far as Tsusoet goes, he's a mushroom lad. He's a druid. And I think that's kind of it for him. He's very excited to be checking out rumors of the missing snail and how it might pertain to the mollusk. Over to you, Offbeat.
Yes. So, to give you all backstory for those who weren't here that last week, or people who are just tuning in for the first time, there is rumors of the mythical and thus unfound force damage snail. Every damage type has an according damage typed snail. There's fire snails, lightning snails, even the ever large thunder snails. But the force damage snail has remained elusive, like the Higgs boson of year 2010. So, with that in mind, everyone has theorized its existence and its links with the only true god, the mollusk, and recently a new finding that Garrakus is yet to reveal to the party has made him antsy. And so the party was demanded to go and find some work study students to bring with them on their field research as they go out and look for the snail in the places that Garrakus commands. Or they can ignore him entirely and go where they think it is. It is up to them. There are no consequences here, he said, knowing there would be consequences. And other than that, I think that's basically the gist of it. Oh yeah, also dragons exist, and they're like the opposite of snails, because snails are perfect and dragons are not. And so with that in mind, we zoom in on the party, who has more or less picked out their work-study students. I'm going to say you guys have started the new school year, gotten out of the way those boring initial classes of going over a syllabus and all those necessary legal books, things that you have to do to avoid getting attacked by the militia in the army and the space military or whatever. You've gone through all those boring but necessary steps. And no word yet back from Garrakus since he told you guys to get your work study students. He said to be talking to you soon. How has your first week been? How many assignments have you given? And we're gonna roll some dice to see what is the quality of the students this year for your classes that you're taking. Tell me the class and I'll roll the dice. Let's start with Tsusoet Whitweary.
Advanced Druidry.
Advanced Druidry.
Yes.
Is this a first year, fourth year, or first year or through fourth year course? What is it?
This would be this particular one would be a fourth year course. I think I only teach fourth year, if I'm being honest.
Real.
I think I'm just like the promising druids. And then I do horrible things to them or wonderful things, depending on your perception of druidic crunchiness. They eat dirt. They have to know druidic just because the whole class is in druidic, and stuff like that.
Well, in that case, you've got a 75, which means the quality of your students is actually quite high this year, above average even. Your students are probably going to be doing pretty well this year overall. You could expect good tidings, and as such, I'm going to give you, as you're above average, I'm going to give you a portent of the day. You get a nat 20 portent to use sometime later today.
Okay.
Lanfere, tell me. What class what is your favorite class you've taught this week? What's like the class that like you use to assess? What has this been?
This is the exact opposite direction I was going.
Or your least favorite class. What is a class?
Yeah, my thought was because of his poor speech, he was saddled with Creature Classification 101 and has hated his life the entire time.
Do you get this class every year because you consistently make a shitty speech?
Yeah, pretty much. But is somehow surprised and really annoyed when it happens. Like, they keep sewing me with this.
You hate it every time.
They keep getting away with this.
Hilariously, though, you got an 80% on your on your class. These kids, as much as you hate teaching this boring fucking class because it's so lame in comparison to your research and what you know, the students are taking to the knowledge very well. They're learning pretty nicely, and they're keeping up with what you're doing quite nicely. And even though this is a first year course that you are teaching, you managed to kind of remember some things that you kind of take for granted as being unique to certain monsters. I'm going to give you also a nat 20 portent for the day. Startch, what is your class?
Entry to aromatics. It's a first year class.
Aromatics is in things that like change the scent profile of food.
Yeah, so it'd be things
Okay.
like garlic, onion, anything that you throw in a pan to make sweat.
Got you.
How
This
good
is
are their sniffers?
this is one of the worst classes on record you've ever had. A
Good.
17 on the percentile dice.
Okay.
These students are terrible. You explain to them what an onion is, and they throw a baby in there. You tell them what like these people are fucking clueless. So many of these students took this as a breadth requirement, and you can tell this is one of the worst classes you ever had. You get a nat 1 portent to use sometime today. And Mavis, you don't have a class, but you do a lot of therapy. What department has been giving you the most headaches of therapy so far? Is it the bio department, evocation, the schools of magic, the clerical studies, anthropology, theater? If you make a theater bit, I'll laugh, I promise.
I don't know if I have a bit, but we can go with theater.
I'm just joking. What is your what classes? What department has given you the most headaches so far?
Anthropology.
Anthropology. All right. So the anthropology department is run by a skeleton that French skeleton necromancer from earlier. And everyone fucking hates him and are terrified to fail his class. So everybody is sweating and stressing because the skeleton has decided to keep the name tags of the previous students on the skeletons that he has working around his as TAs that failed his class, and everybody is terrified the entire time. They're sitting there receiving the lecture, and everyone's marks are down the tubes. Let's roll the dice to see how your therapy has been working on these students. 72. It's honestly been going pretty okay.
Keeping
It's
them
been
alive.
working
You're
out.
keeping them in there.
You are actually keeping these students together. You are naturally a proficient. Everybody here is proficient, which is why I did the rolling for this, because it's not up to you at some point. It's up to these kids, and these kids are managing to hear your lessons and are managing to de-stress, and the classes have been slowly improving. Not nearly as many dropouts as usual, which you are unsure if that will lead to more or less deaths on the hands of the anthropology department. But you get a nat 20 portent to use later today.
Nice.
And so after all of this, a hard week at class, you're all laxing in the break room. It's the end of the day. Coffee is being served, or whatever, your espresso machine that you had. Who's up on the dartboard? Who's on the poster right now?
Is this a group question or a Luna
Just
question?
someone shout it out. Someone say who's on there. I feel like you all take turns. You're like, you got like stacks.
I'd say there's probably 5 people from my class. And there's what's the offbeat? You've recently started playing Cleaver. That's the one. Got it. And instead of a dart, there's a cleaver wedged into the wall from Startch.
It's like axe throwing, but with cleavers.
You guys are chilling, hanging out, we're reminiscing about your week. When Garrakus, instead of knocking, just apparates into the room. Hello, I trust you have all been doing your work studies and getting them ready for your quest.
Oh, hello. Yes. Jefferson is, in need of some walking about and experience, I think. It will be good for him.
Excellent. He is one of your star pupils, after all. I see, though, Lanfere, you have picked up Toenail.
Picked up is a strong way to put it. Mm, Selected. Acquiesced.
I hope he will prove useful. Startch, I see you submitted a work request for Rocky. Is that correct?
Yes.
And there was also a note scrawled in the bottom of PS if KitchenAid could be given a gift basket, that would be nice. Are you asking for funding for a gift basket for KitchenAid?
I am. Yes.
I removed that one from my stack of things to put up on the dartboard. Didn't know.
Okay. And Mavis, you have taken Page.
I have.
Excellent. Well, all these forms are in order. I will guess it's time for me to tell you what to do. I need you all to leave your teaching for the next few weeks to your TAs and your other professors in your departments. We have necessary business on a physical realm. There's a small town. They have begun farming, as per usual, flame snails and lightning snails in order to generate electricity and gasoline in order to power vehicles and whatnot. However, they're doing it at a rate that suggests generating the creatures magically. Now, this would be natural for wizards. However, the sheer enormity of scale is the issue.
The snail scale.
The snail scale, if you will. It is much larger than that of a typical creation bard or wizard of conjuration magics. I want you to investigate. And if my theory is correct, this could lead us to a lead on the four snails' location. Yes.
Out of character, sorry. Is a elemental snail or a damage insert here snail, are they creatures or are they monsters? Sorry, are they beasts or are they classified as monsters?
They would be classified as monstrosities, but they play an important part in their relevant ecosystems. But they will not be a beast.
Reasons.
Yes.
It is unlikely that a druid is involved, but it is possible.
Many things are possible, but I do have a theory, and I cannot reveal it to you at this time. For you see, there are many other schools that are interested, and I cannot risk you getting captured and revealing my theory. Those fools over at Warthogs are on the move as well. And you all know Warthogs. They're ran by some fop, Door of the Dumble, and they have their star pupil, Potter of the Heralds, and they have silly nemesises like Mort of the Voldes, and Eaters of Death. And they cast. And they think Power Word Kill is a useful spell, except they say silly things like abracadabra when they do it.
Archaic.
So you're all familiar with this school. And naturally, you hate other schools because you need the research and you need the funding. With that being said, I can't risk you all being captured or interrogated. But if you can investigate and report your findings, I should be able to inform you of the next steps. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. You may pack your things and partake partake this evening. You can meet me in my office. And with that, Garrakus leaves. You guys have the day to prepare any final things you would like to prepare. You can change out your magic items. You can swap out anything. You can go and teach a class, maybe if you want to re-roll your portent for the day.
I gotta go find Jeffathan. Collect him from the stony mountain top I left him on.
Okay.
And bring him back and tell him to sleep for the day. We'll be departing later in the evening.
We're leaving the eve. Okay.
The evening, yeah.
The eve.
I
How
would
late
say
in
if
the
we're looking
eve?
for a time, I would give you guys 18 hours. So,
Are we leaving after bedtime or before bedtime?
at night, I would say, like more like lights out in the dormitories type situation.
Okay.
Are you scheming? Is this why we're asking questions?
I need specifics.
I see. Well, it looks like I think I know what you're going to do then.
I need to go get a bag of holding.
Okay.
I will quickly use a teleportation circle or something to head to my original plane of existence, which has been completely petrified over and nothing lives there anymore. And I'll go to my home and find my hidden ring of 3 wishes and put it on and head back to school.
Excellent. Lanfere, what are you gonna do?
Well, he's gonna go dump the graded, like, quiz papers that he was doing when Garrakus showed up, and onto the TA, send a note to Toenail to show up or don't, and then just start filling up a bag of holding full of, like, current work, a few reference tomes, just start packing, basically.
Alrighty. Lanfere, Toenail does show up. You see Toenail is appeared at your door, and is wearing hiking boots, steel-toed. And you see they've decided to. You know it's an illusion because you know what it is, but you see they have illusionarily created a version of themselves fully clothed to be in the boots as to not freak others out. They have made themselves significantly more handsome than they were in life. Because why not if you're a wizard? They are simultaneously casting 2 mage hands. Each foot, you realize, is capable of concentrating on a spell separately, as each foot is technically its own creature at this point. They've just agreed to work together. So, Lanfere, it's me, Toenail. Do you remember me from undergrad?
Yes.
He's gonna
Yes.
Insight check that. He rolled a 5. He starts beaming. Oh, good. Oh, excellent. I was very excited when you reached out to me. I worked really hard on that report. Thank you for selecting me.
Well, yes. Good. Hold this. just start stacking stuff. I don't know. Books. This book, that book. I don't know.
You see him place it on a floating disc that he has beside him. When are we leaving for this trip? You didn't really give a specific date.
Tonight.
I'll be back, sir. And he leaves your room.
He's got to go tell the date he had that night, which was just some heels.
To Startch. Where are you going? Where are you up to?
Well, first I go fetch my nearest bag of holding.
You can go and check that out at the library.
All right, go to the library. I look at a bag of holding. I give a little head nod. I grab it.
An incredibly old woman gives you a little wink.
I run away hurriedly.
She gives you a little wave.
I'm not looking. She's waving at my back.
They
Startch is
come back.
to return the books. What?
Oh, check out you run with the bag of holding. Where do you go with your bag of holding?
What's going on campus? Like, what is everyone
Typical
engaged in?
Typical school
day?
fare. It's like your after classes in the afternoon. I guess the timeline doesn't make any fucking sense. It's a day off then. It's the morning of a day off, more or less. There are still some weekend classes that are happening, but a lot of electives are now happening. So it's like a lot of people are doing like sports, or they're doing like their theater clubs, their chess
Band.
clubs, their video game clubs, their band clubs, whatever the fuck kind of clubs. Yeah.
What kind of clubs is KitchenAid in? Does he do sports? Because that's what got me tickled so funnily.
You'd be he's in a couple of clubs. He is currently in the musical theater club. He plays the set, and he's also in apparently having a fridge as a linebacker is pretty damn good. So he's on the football team as a linebacker.
Okay, I'm gonna locate KitchenAid.
Okay, gonna cast locate creature.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast locate creature and locate. Well, yeah, locate creature and locate KitchenAid. We'll find him.
Okay, you go and I'm gonna roll a d20, see where he's at. Okay, he's
thinking
playing
of-
sports.
Sports
Yeah.
ball.
He's going sports. You go and you start looking around for kid. You go and you see he's on the football field right now. Their team's doing all right. KitchenAid is not the most mobile. But he's very hard to move. So they literally just kind of set him up like a wall to block all the other students. Because he's very
KitchenAid
heavy.
has grown in size.
Yeah. No, KitchenAid's a whole kitchen set. He's not just like the little whisker thing. He's like an oven and a refrigerator. He's got
We
like
are
a whole...
KitchenAid. There are many of us.
Yeah, it animate objects was cast, and it animated a bunch of objects.
Okay.
So there's a lot of KitchenAid going on. Anyway, the refrigerator's there, and the KitchenAid is inside. The rest of it is packed inside the refrigerator. Don't ask how. But that's the one currently playing, but you know that to be your one and only KitchenAid.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
Get him, Kitchen! Get him! And then the play starts, and Kitchen goes and he tries to sack the quarterbacker, but then a wizard casts Vortex Warp, teleporting him far away. And then another wizard casts Counterspell, and then another wizard tries to Meteor Swarm the ground, which would kill KitchenAid. But then someone counterspells the Meteor Swarm. But so KitchenAid is actually able to sack the quarterback, and he lands on top of him, and he breaks his neck and dies. But thankfully the cleric is there to revivify him instantly. But the play is dead, and KitchenAid has a successful sack. Kitchen, yeah! Saving the match purportedly. What would you like to do? There's still another 15 minutes left to play.
Another 15 minutes left to play. How much time is this? Okay. I'm thinking about whether I try to bring KitchenAid willingly.
Willingly or unwillingly?
Or if I just bring KitchenAid.
I think they would go willingly.
Alright, I'm gonna cast message to KitchenAid. And oh god. Get this up. I keep wanting to go into sticks. The reps on sticks keep pulling this voice away from me. Anyways. I tell KitchenAid to come to the sideline. Get us sub out, tap out real quick.
All right.
Come over here.
The fridge door pops open, and then he hops out.
Okay. KitchenAid, this is this is so difficult for me. But 7 seconds till he just turns into sticks.
We just turns into sticks. That's
If
fine.
if it helps, I believe he talked like this.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, because his thing was like his like the say but gruff. Yes,
sir.
found him. There we go. KitchenAid, boy. There, I am Startch again. Sorry, I was having an internal battle for my body. Thank you, Pfeffers, my unseen deity from another world.
May you be entombed in my beard.
KitchenAid, you must, you see, the higher being that, influences my decisions is now thinking about all of the ways that this interaction can be perceived. And is horrified. So, KitchenAid. You gotta get in this bag of holding.
I mean, I'm gonna do it, but why?
I can tell you later. In like 45 seconds when we walk around the corner.
Could you make a persuasion check?
I'm good at these.
This will set the DC for the charisma saving throw that KitchenAid is going to try and pass.
Dare I say I rolled 2. +1.
I'm good at these, he says.
I'm not bad at these.
I'm suddenly less willing to get into the bag. Because
I
you rolled
understand.
a 17 flat.
KitchenAid, I would be too.
You can just tell me here, we're casting message.
No, I can't, KitchenAid.
Why? It's a closed line.
Prying eyes, prying ears, KitchenAid.
It's message. What do you mean, prying ears? No one can understand me on campus. I
Wait.
speak in.
He's perfect.
I speak in whirring.
You must know many secrets, KitchenAid.
Yeah, I do.
I wish you wouldn't have told me this. KitchenAid, we're breaking you out of here.
I can just go with you somewhere. You don't. I'm
No,
not
but
a
it has to be-
prisoner.
I'm only allowed to bring one student on the adventure. It has
Oh,
to
is
be
this-
super secret for
Oh,
the work study.
so
now
you
you
decided
want-
to kidnap me in broad daylight in front of a very full football game?
Well, this is why we were going to put you in a bag for a moment. And then take you out of the bag somewhere else. And then stow you away.
I could just. Okay. He jumps into the bag. His refrigerator settings left behind.
I pat the refrigerator on the door.
The refrigerator walks up to a wall, inserts itself there, plugs
Okay.
itself in, and it will now stay there charging.
Okay. I will take KitchenAid wherever I'm packing. That is
I
not
assume in your quarters, just like a place where you sleep. You can make that.
all right. I will pack quickly and then remove what I will bring from my quarters. I'm not unleashing KitchenAid in my quarters.
Yeah, you
You now understand the Taco's sudden hesitation.
No, I
We're
understood the
only
hesitation the whole
ethically
time.
dubious, okay? We're not evil.
My student eats people. So
A
anyways,
couple students do that. It's okay.
I will leave a conveniently KitchenAid shaped hole in my luggage, as it were. And
Why
then
don't
I
you
will
keep him in the bag of holding?
because it's dark in there. He can't see anything. It's probably actively reminding him of what it was like to be regular KitchenAid stuff. I would like to cite the day that he talked to Luna and was like, it was so dark.
And his suitcase
so cold.
isn't. His suitcase
but,
is all
like,
that but more cramped.
He can have a light.
Just throw a light in the bag of holding.
No, it doesn't work like that.
You know, chefs, they're very particular, really set in their
You know
ways
what?
on
You're
stuff.
right. You're
Yep.
so right.
I release KitchenAid.
Okay.
What?
You have to cast message.
Oh my god. Cast a message.
Have him cast
Ah.
a message.
There you go. What's the
KitchenAid,
plan?
you gotta get in a bigger bag.
What do you mean, the luggage?
Would you rather the bag of holding? Thought it would be dark and scary and, remind you of 10 months ago.
But I'm gonna be cramped in that. How will I wear my machinery? It'll get all tangled in your clothes.
How could I have not realized this?
Oh no.
I've got a bowl if you just want to put a light in there.
Like a physical light.
Yeah? Candle?
KitchenAid, you've been at this school for 9 months. You think we have candles?
I don't know what you have.
Have you ever seen a natural light source? They're all magic.
He looks
There's
around.
like one. Do you have any idea how many people are on staff just for the lighting? They just sit in rooms and concentrate.
Really
all
good.
day?
Oh, forever.
Forever? Can't they automate that process? I feel like that's
Yeah,
why
but-
we invented batteries. I've got one. It's lithium.
You are a wonder to this world, KitchenAid. I'll take the. Can I take the light bulb out of the fridge?
You can take the light bulb out and just slap it onto him and he'll figure it out.
All right. I summon a light bulb from the ether and go, KitchenAid, this is for you.
You see him use his electrical cord and he lassos it. and he attaches it to his whirring setting, and as it whirs it just lights.
KitchenAid, but you must understand this trip.
Mhm.
Specifically the inclusion of you on this trip is unsanctioned.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's a secret. Yeah.
like the rest of the secrets that you keep inside that little metal form.
Got you.
Okay.
Question.
Answer.
Why did I need the light?
You asked for it.
Did I?
You said, I have a bowl. Could you just put a light in it? And then I said physical light, and you said candle. And then we talked about the people who keep the
But you
lights on.
No. You said it would be dark, and I as if that was a problem for me. I don't have eyes.
Is it still dark?
I don't exactly see. I don't have eyes, Startch. I'm magic.
We will unpack this later. Get in the backpack.
That's it.
We'll unpack this later. Pax person.
I zip it up. Oh my god.
This is the best day.
I have no eyes yet. I must see. Oh my god. Get this fucking appliance. Okay, I'm ready to
Hamburger
go.
helper.
Oh, so good. Oh, okay. Fuck. Mavis, how do you spend your day? What do you do? What do you get up to?
Seeing as there's literally no one to take over for her, it's just like she has covered the outside of her office door with a bunch of those sheets that have like the rip off tabs, but they're like enchanted. So like if you rip one off, it's got like calming noises that it makes. Like rip ones off, it like
Hell
sounds like
yeah.
a cat purring, and there's like one that's like ocean waves, and then there's some that are just little motivational phrases, and she's like been sticking like some of these just around the campus in random places. Not sure if she's allowed to, but she's doing it anyway. Because she's like, someone's gotta be doing something while I'm gone. So she's doing that, and she's also just packing.
Understaffed. At this time, Paige is gonna just float up to you and go, hi. I see you're. Do you need help? You look stressed. There's a lot going on here. Do you need help?
I would appreciate help if you're available to.
Yeah, I can help. How do I help?
I think I've got my packing pretty much done. But I have a couple more of these flyer sheets. Could you put some up around campus for me?
Yeah. She grabs a bunch of the sheets with a mage hand and she folds them around herself into like a stack. She goes, okay. And then she floats away.
Thank you.
You see, as she does this, she begins to replicate herself as she has wish cast Simulacrum and has begins handing out the sheets to all of them as these sheets of paper begin to fly throughout the sheets. I realize I haven't really described the campus all that well to you guys, so I'm going to now describe the campus to you guys. The outside is a shifting planescape. As you look up to the sky, it is almost like the brightest starlight in ever seen. You're in the inside of a NASA picture. As you look up into the skies, you see that dotting there are these dark spots, and those dark spots are pieces of terrain that the school will swap out in order to meet its various needs and accommodations, particularly large fields for large-scale battle simulations, small-scale fields for like football, various buildings as well, and departments that need to be kept away from other departments and buildings are also up there in the sky. The greenery, the lighting is as is now in the world, entirely artificial and cast by light, dispel light and dancing lights and other such things. There is a
You're
lighting
welcome.
sector, the deepest part of the school, where several wizards have decided to remain perpetually concentrating on these spells forever. As these pages, these copies of Page, these photocopies, fly out and begin splastering these things all over the place. Mavis, you've managed to get all your work done in half the time. In probably more like 1% of the time.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm. And as night begins to roll around, you all met. It becomes about that time where you're gonna have to leave. You've got about an hour left. So you were back from your little trip to get your ring of 3 wishes. As you we didn't really spend time there, but let's flash back actually quickly to your home world. When you arrive at where you stashed it, where did you stash your ring of 3 wishes?
I would have a particularly large tree somewhere in that would have already had like an opening, and looks like all the other trees 100% would have just been hard to find on its own if anyone would ever come here, because it is like a post-apocalyptic. No one lives here. I was the sole survivor of an entire glassing essentially from some wizard war, but the whole realm is petrified. And I believe I'm the only survivor. I might have had a part to play in it. I don't think I did, but yeah, I go back there every now and then, and it's kind of an old wound. But I've got a tree here or there. It's kind of like having a hiding spot in a desolated world, tucked away amongst all the other desolated worlds out there that no one would ever go to because there's nothing there for you. And yeah, it's he would kind of show up and just kind of reach up into the tree and pull out the ring, and not really looking around much as everything just kind of echoes in this dead air.
Not to show my hand here, but could we get a spooky music change?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That actually is terrifying. Spookier?
Spookier.
I'm scared.
This scary.
I got the perfect thing. Hang on. Okay. This is what this feels like. I don't like this.
I think it's worse because I'm literally telling you to choose it.
Yeah.
Like, pick what music you want to be traumatized to, please. Soundtrack.
Excellent. All right.
As you get to your hiding spot, you see something. Things don't live here. Things don't move here. The entire surface is stone. But you see what I'm posting in the Discord right now. The album cover of Ween. No, it is... You see something that you know symbolically to be the mollusk.
Oh. Symbolically to be the mollusk.
Whether or not it actually is, or it's just an apparition or a sigil of it, it doesn't move in ways that people like to admit. It kind of just does what it wants. It takes interest in what it cares, in only what it cares for. It doesn't really... It only does what it really feels like doing, but it's hard to read an eldritch entity after all. And it is currently at your hiding space. Tentacle
man,
wrapped.
I don't have a means of communication off realm, I don't think, and I'm just now realizing this.
It's got wrapped around its finger, wrapped around one of its tentacles is your ring.
Ooh. Looks at my languages. Damn. In common. Well. Hello there. I didn't know anyone was here. See if he says anything. If it says anything.
Playing coy gets you nothing.
What will get me my ring back?
Thank you. It flicks the ring at you, and it leaves. Your ring is not your ring, though. Feels a little different. It's a changed version. Rather than only having 3 wishes in it, you recover 1 wish daily.
Oh! Okay. So I will see this as a good thing. And I would like to attempt a ritual, whether that be religion or arcana, or some kind of more druidic in nature show of thanks to the mollusk.
I'll allow you to make a religion check with your wisdom modifier.
Okay. With my wisdom, okay. It's a nat 20 plus 3.
You get down on your knees, and you place your hands onto the ground. And you give your thanks to an eldritch entity comprised of some of the most complicated creatures in life. You feel your ring hum in your hand.
I think I am finally on the right path. I will find this snail, and I will find out how it pertains to you. And I think that is what you want. Then I'll get the fuck out of there.
Good plan. You leave. And as you arrive back, everybody, the evening arrives. The strike of, let's say, midnight, or 10 p.m. Arrives. You are all waiting in your respective teacher's lounge. Your students are there with you. Toenail, Paige, Jeffathan, who is covered in sweat, stones, and sticks, and Rocky. And absent is KitchenAid, as we all know, because he wasn't selected.
He didn't make the cut.
Yeah. So sad that Mavis just rejected him like that.
I'm going to reach out mentally
Touch faith.
to Mavis, Startch, and Lanfere. Just them.
With what?
With my spore communication.
Okay.
It's the only way I can communicate. I can't even shout past 30 feet.
Okay.
I was visiting my home world, retrieving a few things, and some kind of manifestation of the mollusk appeared to me. It had my ring, and when I greeted it, it chided me. I attempted to be cunning, and it gave me my ring and disappeared. I don't know why, but I hesitate to mention this to Garrakus. I thought I would bring you all in on it. I'm not sure how this will pertain to things.
What made you think it was related to the mollusk and not some other entity?
I describe this eldritch entity that I recognize to represent the mollusk.
I picture it incorrectly.
Can I can't. I don't think I can project images.
You have like minor illusion, maybe?
No, I never take minor illusion.
Damn. I'll allow like a minor illusion, a prestige, something like that.
Sure, I'll just take a bit of mushroom chunk and kind of try to morph it. like Play-Doh.
Sleight of hand.
Okay. Oh, thank God. I have a +6. That is gonna be a 14.
You see Tsusoet do something frankly disgusting, but after a little bit of time with some druidcraft, it turns into something that is emblematic of the mollusk. It's kind of like if you saw it, effectively, it'd be like if you were a Christian and you saw the cross floating by your place, you know? It's like
Jesus.
That's weird. And then it spoke to you and you're like, okay. Like this is like the symbol of the mollusk, not necessarily
Okay.
it itself. You know.
But it could speak. And then
What did you eat?
the mushroom.
You ate yourself?
Himself. Because what else?
I
Did you
look
do it?
knowingly at Mavis.
I'm not doing this right now with you.
I assume
I'm
that this
sorry?
emblem is like really well, like
With
pretty much everybody,
druidcraft,
especially
I'm
at the
able to-
school, would know like what it is in general.
Yeah,
Like
everyone
it's common
kinda
knowledge
knows.
kind of thing.
At this school especially, like everybody kind of knows, like believes in different gods and whatnot, but the school has kind of disproven all of them as being just like avatars and like elementals and just powerful people in general with lots of magic. It's like, yeah, a level 20 wizard is kind of indistinguishable from a god, doesn't make them one. The mollusk is the only one they've kind of yet to disprove, and they've kind of just gone like, you know what? Maybe this one is real. So let's just pretend it is, because I don't want to deal with that shit if it isn't.
Are there like celestial entities
There are entities that would qualify as celestials, but they're not.
that people just call gods, but they're just these greater beings that are just celestial in nature? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like Void Scourge.
Yeah, once you unmask the thing, it's like that's not a god. That's just a really fucked up dude. Like that's just a really weird guy, you know.
Are like mollusk sightings like UFO? Like, is it something that has recorded precedent?
A lot of people will claim to say like I saw the mollusk and it spoke to me, and it's like that's a clam. But like I would say at the very least you can trust that people at this school, if they see the mollusk, if they didn't see it, there might be bigger problems, you know? Like if it's like if that wasn't actually the mollusk, then they saw something that is posing as it and has power equivalent to it to fuck with people on your scale. Which is like, it might not be the mollusk, but it's still worth considering, if that makes sense. It's worth looking into, it's worth investigating.
I'm just trying to decide how
Lanfere would
dubious,
respond.
you know. Get a lay of the mollusk.
I'd like to think I don't generally exaggerate because I don't have to.
Sure,
So-
there's a possibility that
all that to say, Tsusoet firmly believes it, but that's Tsusoet, you know. That said, I didn't pry any deeper to see if it was an illusion or a polymorph. It just kind of dipped.
who else would possibly know about your home planet
May I make a
and
history
to
check?
follow you there?
History check, sure.
18 plus 8, nothing. 18.
18. It's your home planet. I'd say you know it pretty well. Everyone else is dead. The person who destroyed your planet, who you know, who I'm not gonna say, is the only other person that would know.
And would this...
You can give out this information. I'm just giving you the permission. I'm just putting that in your hands.
There's only one other person that I know of who survived the flash petrification. Yeah. Hang on. Sorry, it's a conundrum.
Given the account that you gave, though, I highly doubt interference from a hostile entity anyway.
The individual and I are not hostile with each other.
It would be, I guess what I'm trying to say is it would be even stranger to give you an item and very little instruction.
An improved item. This was a ring
Sure.
of 3 wishes, and now it is
But-
once per long rest.
If it was a meddler, then they would give meddling.
False information of a kind or something, yes.
Yes, instead of just a thumbs up and a ring, you know? So it probably was the mollusk, maybe. You know. Likelier.
What do you think, Startch, Mavis?
I think it's strange. But I do agree with what Lanfere is saying.
Startch?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And with that, Garrakus enters. Okay. We head out tonight. I trust you are all ready as you're all standing here. I need yeses and nos. I don't operate without them.
I am ready.
Yep.
Jefferson?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready. Rocky gives a... Yeah.
Nice, Rocky.
Toenail goes, yeah, I'm ready. And looks around. Paige gives a little nod. In the only way a paper can. All right. It is time for me to tell you your exact mission. Infiltrate the town rapidly. Find the location of where these snails are either breeding so quickly, duplicating, replicating, however, wherever they're coming from. Find them. And crush the source and investigate it. Do what you must. I just can't let this continue to happen. If it does, well, the town would flourish, but frankly, I need this information more important. So, crush the source of the snails. And don't let anybody stop you. Especially your feelings, Mavis.
Okay. Staring at direct eye contact.
Direct stares. Oh, yes. Also, we have reports that the Warthog School is on the grounds as well. I'll give extra funding to anybody who kills one of them, by the way. So.
Looks at Mavis.
Internal crisis right now.
This is why you don't have any funding.
All right. Excellent. Everybody link hands.
As we do this, in the most kooky, nonchalant way possible. Oh, Garrakus, where were you like 3 hours ago?
3 hours ago, I was tending to my snail farm.
Insight check, pretty please.
Sure.
22.
$36. So no.
Heard.
He was tending to that snail farm.
Okay.
And even if you don't believe him, you should probably at least pretend you do.
No, it's very convincing.
Yeah, it's very convincing. I'm just not gonna in my opinion, with an insight check, that doesn't change your mental opinion of whether
Right.
or not you believe it. But at the very least, you can't press further without inciting more aggression, I would say.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
You don't find the lie. But
Yeah.
yeah, for
If
all
there
intents
is
and
a lie.
purposes. If one, yeah. Tending to my snail farm, I needed the thunder snails, those large bastards continuously ramming into each other. I needed them to stop fighting for 3 seconds.
Good luck.
Griswold and Grimbles are particularly antsy this season.
Maybe my druids should have a nice little field trip over there and see what we can do.
Sure, make sure you say hi to the townsfolk. Thunder snails are the size of mountains and have towns that live on them.
Hell
They live on
yeah.
themselves.
Hell yeah.
But you all join hands, you link up. The spell Teleport is cast. You should note that Garrakus does not cast anything with verbal or somatic or material components. He seems to be an at-will caster. Now, you know that some high-level casters can do this, but it's also kind of rare. So, anyway, thought I'd mention. The spell is cast, and you guys arrive at this town, at least on the outskirts. You see that it is night here as well, or at least the evening. You see that lining the streets are it seems to be a very busy night for this town. There's lots of projects of construction that are happening on its outskirts. In the center of the town is a clock tower with a bell and the whole rigmarole, and lining it is some very archaic attempts at an electrical system with live copper wiring running on the outside. As you see that these wires are dunked into some vat of what you know is emulsified lightning snail that has been turned into a type of slurry that will power it. They'll eventually figure out the closed cell battery. Today is not that day. And you see that there are also these basically hordes of people bringing back sacks and wagons of dead flame and lightning snail. This is a town on the brink of an industrial revolution, effectively. They are about to hit some major discoveries. All right, good luck, goodbye. And Garrakus is gone. And that is, I think, we're a good time for us to hit to break. We will be back after that, and I need to go and get my groceries from the door.
Oh my god. And we're back.
So you walk into the banquet hall.
You're unsure of where any of the corners are.
There's coochie everywhere.
Coochie. Oh, man.
So tell me about this town.
Does it have a banquet hall?
Actually, there is a banquet hall.
How many
And as you
corners?
There's at least a couple of them. There's at least 2.
Do things leak from the trees?
We're fucked.
There is no leaking trees. No screaming
Wow.
children leaking from a tree.
Wow.
What I don't know. It's not even a long shot stream at this point without a tree leakage.
Oh man.
Offbeat,
It'll never die.
Offbeat, I have a question about Twitch terms of service and
Yes.
the band
Ask.
words. Is a
Ask
word
them.
that starts with G and ends with N that is a modern Begsy word? Is that a TOS word on Twitch?
And starts with G, ends with N. Oh,
have-
and there's 2 O's in the middle?
Yeah.
Oh, you can goon?
Okay, cool. One flew over the gooning nest. That popped into my brain.
This music's too solemn. I need
You
different
guys
music.
arrived to a town that is in the midst of something of a festival, something of busy work. It is so many things are happening at once. They are in the midst of a rapid industrial revolution at the expense of these dying snails. It's like a small town in Texas strikes oil and all of a sudden becomes the capital of the world for at least 2 minutes. The people are cheering, people are riding through the streets, people are working, like just chopping up snails. It seems like the process for this is still very much all hands on deck. There's no automation yet.
Okay.
The process of making the different sort of slurries. If you're making the snail slurry, you dump it in, you sprinkle salt, you churn it into a paste, and then you have this electrolyte solution which can be used as a very basic acid battery. And then for gasoline, you get the fire snail, you dump it in, you pour in some water, churn it, and then you have this sort of paste with a little bit of H2O in it that enables you that if you pour it into machinery, it can work as a combustible thing. It's not efficient because there's water in it, but this is the first starts of this process
Wow.
of a sporadic industrial revolution.
I will say they are onto it. They're it's rudimentary, but they've got the bones of the matter. This is intense. They need so many snails.
Are we here to
And-
take their snails away?
You are there to take their
Yeah,
snails
pretty
away.
much.
Hell yeah.
As Garrakus said, find the source, take it, or destroy it, and report what you find.
Well, there's clearly an assembly line. We just gotta start following it back to its origin point. Yes.
What are we? What's our cover? What are we here for? We're supposed to infiltrate.
I am a chef. Believe it or not.
Okay. Well,
Rocky is a rock.
We want to do chef and his kitchen staff? Hired for a catering job?
At a banquet. Oh,
I could be in charge of salads. Is there a salad chef? I don't know culinary arts.
Like you belong more in the gravy department or
The sauce boss.
you can't arrest me. I'm the cake boss. Real words that the real cake boss said in Las Vegas while being arrested.
Wow.
I didn't know that. That's fucking awesome.
It's amazing.
As you guys look at the town, you notice that there's a bit more of a commotion, sort of in the town center. And for those who are magically inclined, as I believe all of you are, you sense that magic is being cast. In sort of you hear like did someone just say the verbal component for prestidigitation? There's spells about going on in the center of town. So
I go. Is there a jar of electric snail jelly?
There's several. There's a whole assembly line of people just making these vats.
Can I scoop some?
And this isn't in any building. This is the town itself.
This is
just
on
out
the
in the open
street.
all
This is
over the
like-
place. Okay.
It seems like there used to be, as you guys get here, it's like as you guys walk into town, you see the remnants of what used to be a minor sort of farming town, incredibly poor. But now you see everybody has suddenly become a snail manufacturer in some kind of way.
Jeffathan. I grab Jeffathan. I need you to go out in there and learn of the people. Learn of what you can, if anything charms are going on, or if any strange things happened recently to so drastically change this town. Good luck. Pat him on the head.
you want to send Jeffathan to be subtle?
I want
Jeffathan
Jeffathan to-
immediately is off.
Yep.
Jeffathan
What-
knows druid spells, casts paths without trace, and is suddenly gone into the crowd.
He's a
Untraceable. But
there,
you see
like-
that this...
Even
Yeah.
the
Are there,
lowest
like,
in my fourth year classes are capable students.
Sure, but
He needs the experience. Be social. Learn things from the people.
Sure, but when his gaining experience interferes with our task, he just better not cause problems. That's all I'm saying.
We'll see. And you see a hard glare, not for Lanfere, but just like for the fate of Jeffathan. As said multiple times, this is a sink or swim. He's the lowest in my class.
You hear lots of like demands being made from people that used to be butchers of like cow meat, people who used to thresh wheat and grain and vegetables. They have all taken their rudimentary farming implements and are now using it to make the two types of slurry in bulk. And you see that already they're having carts come in and are like scooping it up. Are you just gonna reach over and scoop their product, Startch? Is that your plan?
I have a big rock man. What are they gonna do?
As
I
you
will
reach over, a rather older-looking woman slaps your hand and goes, "You can't do that, darling. You'll light yourself on fire."
This is lightning, Jimmy.
Do you know how lightning works, darling? It lights things on fire.
That's
You're
cool.
Please roll a Constitution saving throw as you attempt to scoop.
Oh, I'm good at those.
I'd like to, whenever we get back around to it, look around for like any managery overseer types, any like important looking dudes walking up and down, making sure production is happening.
Never rolling this die again.
Good plan. What'd you get?
Oh, he's dead.
a 3 plus 4. 7. Maybe next time I roll it, it'll get a 4.
DC was 10.
Yep.
16. That is 22 lightning damage as a jolt lances through your body. It hurts like hell, and this is obviously enough to kill somebody. Like,
is he down?
He's not down. This is enough to. This is enough to kill.
Kill a commoner.
Okay.
Kill a commoner, but not you as being proficient. And she goes, Jesus, the hell did you survive that? I've seen 5 people lose their bones today. Goodness, don't go doing that again. But you have a cup of lightning slurry.
Cool. Mm-hmm. I hold it like it's a red Solo cup at a college party.
I will wander.
Pfeff wanders.
Once I think I'm out of sight of everybody, I'll cast invisibility on myself.
You disperse into the crowd and cast invisibility. Lanfere, what you up to? You're gonna stick with Startch? Startch, you have any further plans? Mavis?
I want to go find out what's going on in the commotion.
Oh yeah, Lanfere was going to also find if there's any managerial types. Make a perception check, Lanfere.
In hindsight, I should have cast it on Jeffathan, but oh well. Also, I would mentally communicate once I was back in range, so that was nearby, just invisible.
16.
You look around through the crowd and you see that seems like per station, I guess you could call it, there's like a manager kind of like keeping people on task, and you start to notice that people are wearing rudimentary uniforms. Seems like they're operating under some type of command. It seems like it's like the people making the flame slurry are wearing their best, are trying their best to wear reds and oranges. People making the lightning slurry are doing their best to wear lots of yellows, and rubber gloves. But it seems like everybody is kind of trying to. They kind of just put on what they had on hand, but there's definitely some type of command structure that is keeping this on task because this is operating very efficiently.
Do the managers themselves, are they wearing any insignia or
Make an investigation check, please.
17?
As you look at these people who are these managers, not all of them are, but some of them are wearing a symbol. They're wearing a badge of sorts on over their left breast. They have like a shield of sorts. It's written in common, so a language that you understand. It is the The Snail Commission of Uniform Manufacturing, or SCUM, is the words that you see. Seems like a larger company. Startch, you made your way to the main square with all of the with all the commotion.
Well, the hubbub.
Well, as you arrive, you see 3 people who you unfortunately recognize. Potter of the Heralds, Weasels, and Hermanemone are there gathering a crowd. Look, everybody, if we just work together, we can all benefit from the snails. Oh, that's right, true, isn't it, Potter of the Heralds? I think that we should do our best to ensure that everybody can take home a snail. It's the insufferable people from Warthogs. And they are busy doing a magic show of sorts to try and get people to tell in a very blatant show of them trying to figure out where the snails are coming from or to build rapport.
I cast sending to Mavis.
All right. What are your words?
How many words do I get with? Sorry, with
25.
25.
Really? I don't believe you. It does not specify in the cantrip message.
You mean? Oh, you said
I meant
sending.
message. Yeah.
Okay. In message, you
said
get a
sending.
sentence.
Time to kill. More funding.
Are you gonna attempt to kill the snot-nosed kids over the kids on stage?
Immediately on site. We
I cast it
gotta.
again. Don't worry. They're annoying.
George. No.
I reply, Startch, yes. You want to help the students, don't you?
As you're casting spells in the crowd, Potter of the Heralds points out and you and goes, "Look, more wizards! They've come to help you with your snails!" And everybody cheers. And you see that this is not a child at all. This is a 35-year-old man. And he brings you up on stage, and the facade is revealed. These students are not children at all. They probably never were children. They are mascots, operatives, psyops.
Snails.
Snails, even. As Potter brings you close, it brings you up on stage. He goes, "Just play along with the performance, and nobody has to get hurt." Do you play along?
Well, what's the performance?
They're just doing, like, fucking magic tricks. Like, they're only casting prestidigitation to, like, do sleight of hand and, like, "Is this your card? Look, I pulled a bunny out of a hat."
Did just Startch get pulled up?
Just Startch, as he was the one casting message.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mavis, you do see this.
I'm
Lanfere,
gonna.
I would say as well. You see this. Tsusoet, if you went away where no one could see you,
And then
so
I
you're-
returned.
Okay.
If that's good. I'm okay with
I'll say you'll
I'm
come
okay
back
with
a little-
wandering
you-
somewhere else as well.
I think you'll show up a little bit after this. It's kind of all happening at the same time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say that Mavis, like before they like actually walked into town, wild shaped into a golden retriever again?
Yeah.
She has a little vest on that says ESA on one side and the other says working, do not touch. And
Mhm.
she's just kind of like, she's paying attention, but she's right there as a dog.
Okay. Startch, what do you do? You're on stage with
Should be Lanfere.
I
the
play
golden
along.
children of warthogs. You gonna play along?
By
Bye.
casting
Mhm.
mass suggestion.
Oh. On who?
The crowd.
Got a crowd of about 25 people.
Okay. How many can I hit? Let me. Okay. Up to 12, so I can hit half of them.
Yeah, I'd say that would sway the group more or less.
Okay.
There's probably a couple lemmings in there.
I suggest that they take me to the snails.
Gonna cast okay, so as you cast mass suggestion, what do they look like? And for Startch.
Oh man, for Startch, what does it look like? The first idea. Do I like that or do I hate that? I like it or do I hate it? But I kind of like it. Okay. Yeah, when he gives the verbal components of the spell, different grease stains on his apron. like glow a little bit. And so the idea being that each grease stain is intentionally placed artificially,
Ah.
but set up in a way to where you can just kind of chef about. Yeah. So then for this one, because it's just verbal in material, it'll just respond to the verbal component and then going.
You cast a spell. What save does the crowd have to make?
They make a DC 19 Wisdom save 12 times.
I'm rolling for the crowd all at once. They actually rolled an 18, but they all fail.
Okay.
All of them, the civilians. We shall take you to the snails. And they immediately turn and march. And then about, I'd say 50% of the remaining 50% go, yeah, let's do that. And they start joining them. And then like the other 50% are like, the fuck? And they grab your hand, Startch, and begin leading you to the snails. Potter of the Heralds, Weasels, and Hermione look at you with evil envy. Oh, curse those ethically dubious bastards. We'll show you up one day. Ooh, curse you.
Oh, wait.
And they're just left there. You have this crowd with you that you just mind control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do my friends know? Do my
Yeah,
Lan
Lan.
Everybody, literally, your whole friend group just went, okay.
Alright.
Uh-huh. As you approach, though, are you going back? The crowd begins to lead you, though, back the way you came up that street with all the bustling and all the working. As you approach, though, you notice, Lanfere, you notice that those things that you saw earlier, those badges, begin to glow. As the crowd begins to approach closer. Make an Arcana check, Lanfere.
Here's the one that we cannot afford to fail as a high-level wizard.
We have
25?
portents.
25?
Oh, yeah,
25
true.
Importance. A 25. This is a magical item that seems to be responding to any type of spell that has been cast that is magically influencing the citizens. And as you look and see that one of those guards notices it blinking, you see that guy attempt to disappear. He's currently 30 feet away.
How is he just trying to hide, or is he actually casting a spell?
He's kind of just like trying to walk out of here. He looks like he's going to go somewhere else.
I'll follow him. I'll slip behind him.
Make a stealth check, please. With plus 10, as Jeffathan has actually managed to successfully work his way into the crowd.
Let's go.
All right. I mean, that'll be a 32 total. So just roll the 20 on that.
You start following behind him, Lanfere. The party is now quite split as you slip into one of the stalls and begin to follow him. Startch, you're being dragged out of town by this group of people. How long does mass suggestion last?
24 hours.
Alrighty. It sounds like a plan. They are just leading you, and in all of the commotion, people are not paying attention. They are not noticing that this group is leading this very odd-looking group of people out of the city, just like, to the snails. Lanfere, as you slip away and you notice this guy slip out, you follow him into a very, shambled shack, rack-shambled together. But inside is a pristine-looking magic item. It's a sending stone, well-kept and well-cared for. And you see him speaking into it. Would you like to try and listen in?
Yes.
Perception check, please.
Okay. 23.
23. You hear him say, 4 magically dense entities arrived in town today. One of them cast mass suggestion and they're currently leading you to your location. Make sure to shore up defenses. They might be strong, they might not be. I just know that they were able to cast at least mass suggestion. There's a dog, a rock person, a fungus man, a regular human it looks like, and a rather large man. No, I didn't cast Detect Magic, I'm sorry. I forgot. I don't know if there's any other spells active. No, this isn't about those weirdos from Warthogs or whatever. They're still in town. No, I didn't get their autograph. Why would I do that? And the conversation cuts off there. What would you like to do, Lanfere?
I guess I'll try. Man, I've set this up poorly for myself. I'll cast Dominate Monster. Because that's the lowest one that I have.
Hey, yo.
All right.
Oh my
What type of
God.
save is that?
Let's see.
God damn.
Whiz.
Right.
It'll be a 22.
All right. As you cast that spell, you see him frantically turn around and attempt a counter spell. What level save?
Oh, 8.
He fails. The counter spell does not succeed. All right. And now I've got to make a wisdom save. Ooh, what's the DC?
22.
22. Oh, shit. Well, this guy is now dominated, rolling a 20 on his save. 18 plus 2. Hello.
What's your name?
Johannes?
All right, Johannes. Here's what's going to happen. You're gonna call them back on your little phone and tell them that it was the warthog bottles.
Okay. He reaches over to the phone. False alarm. Sorry, the Warthog guys are actually the ones heading over. Yeah, I don't know. I think the rock person might have just been a trick of the light or something. They were doing lots of magic. Yes, I forgot to cast Detect Magic. I will cast it after this. I'm sorry. No, don't. I'm not. Don't. You don't need to fire me over this. This is. Get their autograph. It'll make you feel better. Okay. I'm. Whatever. I've done as you commanded.
Good. Now, you'll go to sleep for the night.
Okay.
Good job.
You see him.
First person
Exit.
to tell him good job.
You see him leave. You just see him leave. Take off his hat and badge. He places it down. Good night, everybody. And he just leaves.
I'm gonna scoop up that badge.
Nice.
You got. Please add blinking badge to do your inventory. And he heads to bed. Some people are like, hey, what are you doing? We got 7 more batches to make. Come on, man. And then the old lady goes, don't worry, we can handle this. It's not like he was doing anything other than getting on our asses all day anyway. Just keep up the pace, everybody. Keep adding the salt. And that happens. Your friends seem to be further up the road, Lanfere, if you'd like to go meet up with them again.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. Unfortunately, because Land doesn't actually like people, I don't really have access to message or sending. So,
That's amazing.
you know. Why would he want those? It's the last thing he wants.
As you
I don't have the
guys...
excuse.
You guys do eventually catch up with the rest of the crowd. You guys begin to just walk. And you're following what seems to be lots of carrot. You begin at the start of it, it seems like there's just like so many people bringing in snails from one location. But as you begin to go out, the carts become more and more spread out and sporadic as they begin to just go further and further away and less frequent. As you guys go on through the night. About an hour of walking happens. You can give yourselves a short rest. It's just light activity if you'd like. But as you're walking, let me check y'all's passives real quick. Mavis and Tsusoet. You notice, very fast, very quickly, one of the civilians who was walking you guys out was dragged underground. Faster than Startch and Lanfere could notice. In fact, you guys didn't even see it happen. You just noticed them missing.
I'll stop. And I'll turn and investigate backwards along where we came from. Or look, rather.
Make a investigation check, please.
I will, as we're walking back, fill everyone in on what transpired.
Roll a 19.
19.
No pluses.
On that investigation check, you know that the ground is disturbed, but not necessarily broken. This thing filled in its tracks of wherever it dragged this person.
I look back towards the group that is leaving. I look back at the earth. And I'm torn.
Mavis, you also noticed the person disappearing. What would you like to do as well?
Mavis is also gonna kind of loop back around and see if she notices anything.
I'll inform you that I'm nearby because I'm still invisible. I think.
All right, make an investigation check yourself, Mavis.
Oh no, that's an hour long. I'm probably visible by now.
Mm-hmm. Well, an hour walk, so now, yeah, you are visible then.
Okay.
That's an 18.
An 18 investigation check. Once again, you discover the ground looks disturbed, but not broken. Like something perhaps moved under it, but covered its tracks.
Well, Mavis. On one hand, we know that where they are headed to has defenses. But we also have a particular set of skills that we could investigate this more thoroughly if we wanted to. What do you think, Mavis? I refer to my mold earth.
Still dog. Nods her head.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
I mean,
look back towards the moving group. And I'll do a bit of a mold earth in that general area of the dirt.
Cast mold earth in that area.
Just kind of churning up the ground and moving it out of the way in 5 by 5 foot cubes.
You chunk it out at 5 by 5 foot cube. And you see the person's body in your 5 foot by 5 foot chunk. They are mangled and disfigured beyond recognition as they were just forcibly pulled through the earth. They are dead.
Okay, Mavis, hop on my broom with me. That's a good dog. I got like backpack dog mode activated, you know what I'm saying? With the head like right on my shoulder. And I hop on my broomstick and I get off the earth. Get off the ground. Ground danger. I will return to the group and inform them ground danger. And more clearly detailed description of the individual that was just mangled into the ground, seemingly at random.
Your group, Startch, sees the mangled body and begins to murmur. Oh, goodness. What was that? Is something hunting us?
You tell us.
Well,
It was the source of the snails.
saying that to them?
Yes.
What? It was?
This is why you must take us.
The source of the snails did that. Oh goodness, this is much more serious than we thought. We thought it was just a dead dragon. Oh goodness.
Hey,
One
Dragon's
person.
soul lives on. It will haunt your town.
get the holy water, torches, and pitchforks, boys. It's angry mob time.
Are the people who are murmuring under the suggestion effect, or are they just normal?
They're under the suggestion effect. It's like a couple of them are like, these are like, it's like you kind of have like a group of like 20 people. 12 of them are suggested, and then like the remaining 8 are just like lemmings who don't think for themselves.
Okay, to the lemmings.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, you must go back to town and tell them that the ghost of the dragon will descend upon the village if you do not destroy all of the snail. It knows you're using its carcass.
Okay, we will. Thank you. Thank you. One of them shakes your hand profusely. He goes, we must. It is our duty.
You will be heroes.
We will.
They will build statues of you, and then to Startch, won't that alert the
monster!
warthogs?
And they run.
Oh, jeez. Won't that alert the warthogs?
Hopefully they kill the warthogs. Like a witch hunt.
They run back. Your 8 lemmings run back to 12. 11 suggested remained. Because one of them died. It's because they were dragged underground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know we're looking for a dragon body. Allegedly.
Lanfere, roll a history check as the mention of a dragon corpse sparks some areas of your study.
Dead dragons. 25.
Dragon corpses are of particular interest to a lot of people, especially in the study of snails, as they exist on sort of this spectrum to each other. Dragons naturally are born completely voided of magic, and as a result are destined to eat the snails in order to acquire magic, as snails are born with it. And as a result, the sort of natural dragons eat snails to consume them to gain magical powers and cast them themselves, and use their breath weapons. So normally, dragons will put themselves in towns or places of office or large any sort of corporate body, and will somehow make it so that their entire culture revolves around the collection of snails. And that's pretty easy to do. They're a natural resource that is incredibly efficient and will normally produce for a very long time. A dragon's death is usually not common. Because they don't usually end up dying, because most people don't end up discovering them, usually it's pretty unknown. There's a couple theories about what happens when dragons die. One, their body seeps into the earth and like casts a plague upon it. Another is everything they've ever eaten is like upchucked all at once. That's a pretty liked theory, I will say. Another one is a mixture of the two. There's like a couple of theories out there about what happens when dragons die. Some say that they become Dracoliches and to become skeletal, as dragons are never truly alive. A lot of these theories are kind of up in the air. A lot of them are from claims of like, you know, random outback people like, I saw a dead dragon once. Came right up here and he went and like breathed in my face and I went, get off my lawn. And so we left. That's right. It's a lot of that type of stuff.
Roll Tide.
But go Tigers. But there is also a couple of more rigorous studies on like dragon parts that are a bit more linking to there is latent magical energy that exits a dragon's body post its death. So there you go. It's for you to chew on, a little nugget there. A little jerky.
Yeah, Lan will just sit there for a second, and then you just see the starts digging out for his notebook. Dead dragon.
That's terrifying.
What do you want us to do? We didn't catch your name, a large one. Pointing at Startch.
My name is Bread.
Bread. What would you like us to do, Bread? Shall we continue to take you to the source of the snails, which you now know to be a dead dragon?
Yes. We must see its safe passage. to the
Okay,
next
we
life.
will.
We must put its soul to rest.
They continue to lead you up this path. This time, you walk another like 15 paces before another body is yanked underground. And this time everyone sees it and jumps. You're starting to lose control of them as this is starting to be an action that is causing them harm.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Should we turn back? What should we do?
I look to Lanfere for input, encouragement.
How far is the corpse? How far away are we from the destination?
I look at the mob.
About a day's journey out. It's quite far.
Days, where is... Do you caravan your supplies from there? What?
They look to each other. It doesn't seem like many of these people really know how this whole operation works. They just know that where the dragon's corpse purportedly is.
You could just set them on the warthogs.
Yes, but Master, it would cause them harm. My suggestion doesn't work that way.
Nods and druid, but doesn't understand.
Spent less time as a caterpillar, you would know this.
My mind is expanded.
Not expended enough, apparently. It's just basic spellcraft. 8th level.
What do you do with your suggested group, with your mob, Startch?
I don't know.
Have one of them draw us a map and then send them on their way. I'd rather not listen to their screams as they get sucked into the earth one after the other.
They
Keep
pull out...
one of them.
It doesn't intrigue you?
Keep one of them.
I've adopted
to see if they
Starch's voice
try
by accident.
to snatch one of us, or if they continue to go.
Dungeon chicken.
The dungeon chicken,
trap
precisely.
chicken.
Yes.
Okay. So they scramble together some supplies from you guys to make a map. And you
I
have
can't fly.
a rough map. A few things strike you all as odd, being smart people who know about a little bit about dragons. One, dragons don't like caves. That's a misnomer. They just like banks. Two, they typically don't like living away from civilization. So a corpse dying this far away from a civilization is peculiar.
Weird.
There's either there's a civilization there that these people don't know about, or the dragon, there's something very curious about this dragon corpse's death.
Realizing I'm the tank and would prefer to be the one to get yoinked down if it came to it, I will come back to the ground and return to the group as a whole.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have Mavis get out of wild shape.
Okay. Startch, you tell the rest of the group to go back. This last guy that you have left, how do you convince him to stay and push on in these trying times?
I offer him a cookie.
All right, that's your persuasion check. Please roll with advantage, as they are charmed.
How many corpses were there?
2 so far.
I'm gonna
Two so far.
Nat 20, so 21.
We rolling high today.
Takes a bite of the cookie.
Really think
Alright.
about it. Very good.
Good cookie. Can I get
Mhm.
more?
I have
If I
more.
take- Dude, if you give me like a box of these, I'll take you anywhere, dude.
You get cookies by like the mile.
I'll take
Distance
by the
related.
mile, dude. That's awesome. All right, let's go.
Hi.
He begins to walk, and as soon as he gets, are you guys gonna do some testing with this trap chicken, or are you guys trying to keep him safe? What's the sort of approach here?
You mean like tie a rope to him, or?
Like, what's the game plan? I'm trying to decide, like where
A
are you
little
guys in
bell.
relation to him?
I mean, the test is pretty much, amongst. Not really like sending him first.
Yeah.
The test is whatever targeting villagers specifically, or is it just we've been lucky this many times?
I see. Okay.
Speaking of lucky, I want to turn 2 of those bodies into skeletons
Nice.
All right.
with an animate dead.
They crawl out.
And then I want them to come together and make a little hand chair so that they can carry me.
Nice.
They lift you up.
I will hand Mavis my broom because it doesn't need attunement.
Right, where were we?
All right. They begin to walk. You guys have seen how this thing operates at least twice now. Please make perception checks, all of you.
Come on, baby. Ooh.
15.
13.
22.
Nice.
22 also.
Let's go.
15, 22, 22. Fef, what'd you get?
Like 13 or something like that.
13.
Okay.
1, 3.
Lanfere and Mavis, you see what this thing is. You see some combination of a ghost, a zombie, and far too many arms reaches up out of the ground and in a flash grabs the ankles of... Let's roll the dice this time because now there's less villagers. 4, Rocky, 5, 6.
In our weird entourage of objects.
You don't know about those.
Not that
You know what?
specific one.
2 of them
I'm talking about the boots, the hiking boots that are following me in a
in the scroll.
in the
One,
rock. In the rock man.
2. You see it reach up and grab one of Lanfear's skeletons. Grabs it by the ankles. Yoink! And it grabs it down. And you fall off. Lanfear, you take a d6 of damage as you fall. Take 4 damage.
Oh no!
And you are prone.
How do I take
as,
damage? You said what, 4?
4 bludgeoning damage.
I'll figure it out.
Are you on
Okay.
D&D Beyond?
I am. I figured it out.
Cool.
God, we've seen it.
And as you do this thing realizing it's a skeleton, Fef, please take us to the combat music.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post this image into the Discord real quick. If you've played Elden Ring, you'll probably know what this is.
And chat,
Oh
I am
god.
putting-
Oh god. It's
no,
worse.
I hate these things.
Oh, the worst.
I'm excited.
It pulled itself out of the ground, having grabbed a skeleton. No crown on this guy.
Which one of you knows holy magic?
Lanfear, make a history check, please, for this creature to see how this relates to anything you've seen so far, as well as everybody roll initiative.
26 history.
26.
There's a lot of them in Liurnia.
There's a lot of them in that fucking place. Lanfear, these things, completely devoid from Elden Ring lore entirely. This is something of a vengeful spirit. Usually, this is a manifestation of the land. Actually, think of it as the land taking back what is theirs. So some grave act against the land was taking place in order for one of these to show up. It's kind of like a tectonic plate has hatred, and this thing manifested is in its stead. And it seems to be specifically attacking, and you know that, and now you piece together, it was attacking the townsfolk specifically, and it attacked the skeleton because it was like, stay down! I just put you in the ground! But here it is, in front of you, 30 feet, actually, right in front of you, Lanfear. Everybody else, I'd say, is a scattering between 10 and 5 feet away from it. Those initiative scores, let me see them. Lanfear, please roll initiative as well.
Okay. You do that. My dex 2. I'll just roll it. No, just to. Okay, 14. Goodness gracious.
15. Between you and Startch, who's got higher dex?
Oh, there's the button. Okay.
I have a -1.
I have
Okay.
+2.
All right. There we have it, Lanfear. Startch. Mange. All right, the Revenant is up first, as it rolled very fucking high. Going to look at the villager who's still alive and immediately beeline for it, provoking an opportunity of attack from Lanfere,
Ooh.
and I'll say Startch. Any takers?
Oh god. Was it is Warcaster a single target spell as reaction, or is that BG3 brain rot?
Warcaster is a spell that that can target one person. You must forcibly target a single individual with it. So like if you're like Eldritch Blast, you can cast it as long as you don't target other people.
Sure, okay. But doing like a summon based on that is not gonna work.
No, that ain't gonna fly.
Yeah, well. Wow. We will save that. Now we'll go here. How many slots I got? Yeah, 3. Alright, I'm gonna hit it with a Mind Spike.
Alright, as you attempt to cast a spell, it takes its reaction, and a head grows out of its ass and tries to bite your hand off. That is a 20 to hit.
I'm gonna wait. Crap. Yeah, I gotta take it. Use my reaction for the Warcaster, so I can't shield.
Alright. I'm gonna roll damage, and then we're gonna do a little fun mini game. 10, 19,
Oh, cool.
21, 22, 25, 26, 28 piercing damage as this mouth clamps on your arm.
How close am I?
You are currently 10 feet away from it. Okay. Lanfere, please roll a spellcasting check. So like you're rolling for counterspell, but beat your own counterspell check, basically.
To try to beat his own spell save DC?
So like you're rolling as if someone was as if you were counterspelling someone else casting Mind Spike. Roll the d20 and see if you beat it. The DC would be 13 in this case. So roll a d20, add your spellcasting modifier, but not the proficiency and stuff.
I just tap? No, okay. I'll figure this app out eventually. Alright, 17.
17, you manage to, even though this thing is clamped on your arm, you finish the rest of the components, and you manage to cast Mind Spike.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's see. 38 is 12 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess it needs a whiz save of 22.
Dumb as rocks, it fails.
Alright. Oh, yes, perfect. So yeah, it takes the 12, and then I also know where it is, as long as it stays on this plane.
And stay on, and perhaps it shall. So it takes the 12 damage. It reels from it, but then it goes, and it swings one of its arms, slapping the head clean off of that last suggested town person. It then turns its head to the remaining alive skeleton and rolls a few more attacks. That is a 21 to hit and another 21 to hit on that skeleton.
Welcome in, Madaloon and everybody. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate y'all.
Rip the skelly boy.
All right. Well, I could roll dangerously low on the damage, so let's see. 20 on the first hit for damage.
In a way.
Goodbye, he goes. The second hit is just for good measure. And one more swing as it flails wildly. It's going to try and smack. Startch, you kind of smell a lot like a commoner after being surrounded by them all that time.
That's fair.
That is a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Hell yeah. That is a 16, 18, a 22 bludgeoning damage as its arms flail wildly and it slaps you across your face. And it hits like a pretty good truck. It screaming, flailing wildly, but that is its turn. Lanfere, you're up next. Your hand is released from its bite as well.
Nice. Yeah, well... Am I still in, like, melee range with it?
Yes, currently yes. Kind of
Okay,
ran away and then it ran back.
As my bonus action, I'm going to use one of my charges of a racial ability.
Okay.
That's basically Misty Step. I'll figure out how to mark that on the sheet in a second. It's like Astral Step or whatever. So it puts me 30 feet back, basically.
Off you go. And since it was a racial feature and not a spell, you can still cast a spell as your main action.
Yeah, you know what? What if I just hit it with a disintegration?
All right.
What if I just do that? Dex 22?
Whew.
Real. Damn. That is a 16 on the dex save. What does it look like when you cast Disintegrate?
I mean, yeah, I just think it's a really dramatic point. You know, just
You fail.
raise the Glock and just
The Glock. You have a gun?
not literally, but the two-finger kind.
Oh shit!
Okay,
Fucking
okay.
heat.
Roll your damage as I rolled a 16 on that dex save as this creature
85
looks over at you. 85. Oof.
85 damage.
And that is force damage, correct?
Yes, magical force.
Okay, you notice something. It takes the damage, but it starts to glow. This ain't your average royal land revenant. It's getting juiced up.
He's about a morb.
He's gonna morb all over you guys. Be careful. He's gonna go land revenant and land rev all over you guys. Is that your turn, Lanfere? It's revenant time.
I'm gonna move farther back, just standard move speed.
All right, you move back.
Another, I don't know, 10 feet. Like 40.
You move back 40 feet. You're now 70 feet out from the rest of the
Well,
party.
sorry. I teleported the 30, additional 10, so that I am 40 total.
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Makes sense. After your turn, it's going to take a legendary action, and it is going to... as you see that glow, you're going to see it begin to metabolize it as it starts to run throughout its body. And you see its hands begin to pulsate in this glow.
Oh.
All right.
Bioluminescent.
Startch, it is your turn. You are right in front of this thing.
Okay, Offbeat. I'm gonna tell you what I want to do after witnessing that happen.
Yep.
And you tell me if I'm outthinking myself.
Got you.
Okay. I want to dispel magic. Because to me, I just watched the thing absorb magic and then use magic. It feels pretty magic.
Yeah. That would track.
Okay.
I don't think you're wrong in thinking that.
Okay. But I could also just throw a jar of honey at it.
What would that do?
Hold monster.
Charm monster?
Hold monster. Hold monster.
Hold
Make
monster.
him sticky. I'll try the dispel magic. I'll see what that does.
All right.
Go ahead and cast that.
What does it look like when you cast dispel magic?
What are we looking at? We're looking at. This is so easy. I have a salt shaker on me in my bag. I pull out some salt. I blow the salt at it and it turns into a cloud. Yep.
All right, you cast dispel magic. Please roll
Which
to
is
see
what?
if it succeeds. DC 18.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
It's a number on that dice.
Oh, what is the number?
I guess I add 11 to it if that matters.
Oh no.
How do you add 11? I think you only add your intelligence modifier.
Oh, no proficiency?
No proficiency.
I guess I add 5 to it.
Only abjuration wizards get to add proficiency.
Well, in that case, it would be a 6.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well,
So it is a 1.
so you fail, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but 1 is infinitely higher than 0. That's
It
what-
is.
It's an infinite amount of integers in between.
There
Integers
are
what my whole numbers.
integers
might
are
be-
only
I
whole
might-
numbers. Actually,
yeah, no,
0
I'm an
integers
idiot.
between 0 and
Yeah.
1.
Too late.
There's an infinite amount of irrational numbers, though. There's a lot of
Yeah,
those.
there
Right?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, we would have
Too
had a
late to
portent
portent,
before
right?
the die was announced.
You'd have to portent before, yeah. But the dispel does not go off. You cast it, you blow the salt, and nothing. But you do gain information. Technically, this is an 8th level spell that has been cast upon it. Startch, anything else you like to do? You got your bonus action open and your movement. It is 5 feet in front of you.
5 feet, like it's 5 feet away from me. Like there's a 5-foot gap, or we are adjacent.
You are adjacent. You're in melee range.
Oh god. Let me look at these bonus actions. Oh. No can do on the bonus action front, dare I say. I stand my ground confidently. Make sure to keep my backpack pointed away from it.
Cool. It's gonna take a legendary action
hate
and
it.
punch the shit out of you.
Yeah, well, I was gonna do that if I moved anyways.
It uses its reaction. It doesn't have an opportunity attack.
Imagine.
That is a 26 to hit.
That will.
Excellent. It slaps you, and you realize it has metabolized the force damage from that disintegrate and condensed it into its fist. As it deals 52 of force damage to your face.
Consider me bloody.
All right, Mavis, your turn. Mavis?
Mavis is. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. I had an idea, and now I'm. How close is everyone?
Everyone's pretty grouped up. Lanfere's the furthest out, 40 feet away from it. Everybody else is within 5 feet. I'd say that Tsusoet is nearby you. I'd say you're probably like 10 feet away from it, so you're not technically in its melee range.
Okay.
So you're probably like 30 feet away from Lanfere, just to make it easy.
I think Mavis is also gonna try to dispel magic.
All right. Please roll for it. You add only your modifier, like your intelligence modifier or wisdom, since you have druid levels, depending on what you're casting it with.
That's a 17.
That is a fail, unfortunately. You do not succeed as you cast it. The DC was 18. You have a bonus action still up, and you still have your movement.
Mavis is gonna move further back.
Alright, use your movement. You're out, move 30 feet out. You're now 60 feet away from it. I'm gonna take a legendary action, seeing as Startch Mange is looking kind of weak. It is going to attempt to grab you as its legendary action. Please make an athletics check.
This is on Staunch? Okay.
Startch, yeah.
Let's see another one.
Don't forget about portents, guys. I'm not saying use it here. I just
I'll portent it.
You use your 20. All right,
Yeah.
Startch. You got
I feel strong.
You get a nat 20 portent. Add your athletics.
21.
As this is a tie, this goes to the state before the check was issued, and the Revenant fails. As it attempts to grapple you, Starch, how do you fend this off? As it tries to grab you with its many arms.
Oh my god, what do... yeah.
He rolls into it. Uses his iframes.
Fat rolling.
Starch is so visually different than any wizard I've ever played before and has such little... Like, so few little baubles on him for me to use. Oh my belly bounce.
Boom.
Hit him with a skadoosh.
Hit him with a skadoosh and he bounces off. The strength unfounded, but it does not grab you, which is good. It is now the Revenant's turn. Well, it changes what I need to do. Whom do I go for? Did I skip over Sue? I skipped over you, Beth. I did. I'm
I
sorry.
thought maybe.
Yeah, you're supposed to go. You're supposed to go after me. You're supposed to go after Starcher before Mavis. My apologies. I wrote down Sue, but the S went over the U, so it just looked like a squiggle. So I thought that whole section was a squiggle. That's on me. Please take your turn.
Yeah, I will get right in this thing's face as best as possible to put myself in between it and Starch.
Okay.
And trying to look as intimidating as possible because I don't have a mechanic to actually draw aggro. So I'm going to first swing on it. You see me pull out this long moon sickle. It is a piece of bone that's been petrified into obsidian. And I'll swing with that for the starters. With a plus 12 does a 25 hit.
25 hits.
25 hits. I like it. I'm going to activate my Blood Fury tattoo.
Okay.
And tack on an additional 46 necrotic to my 1d4 plus 6. Okay. It's a lot of 4s. Plus 3 is 17 plus 6. 23 damage, mostly necrotic. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Veil of Dusk, which is concentration. I incant, cloaking myself in like this shadowy veil, and you can see all these little spore lights kind of peering, and my eyes turning like bright green as I'm just kind of wrapped in this shadow. And then I will action surge. And cast 8th level Sunburst. And I'll go, Jefferson, hide your eyes. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Starch. I keep doing your voice. Jefferson,
okay.
Hide your eyes now. Sunburst, con save of 20.
That's everybody.
I can't.
You cannot choose. That will hit everybody. Are you
Oh,
sure?
okay. Nope. I did not realize that. Oh,
That is a
First
6
encounter, and someone has tried to nuke the party.
That is a
okay,
60
in that
foot
case-
radius.
So,
in that case, I will cast Feeble Mind, intelligence saving throw of 20.
Okay. There's a caveat with Feeble Mind.
Feeble Mind, you blast the mind of a creature you can see within range, attempting to shatter its intellect. The target takes 4d6 psychic damage and must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's intelligence and charisma score becomes 1. The creature can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. The creature can, however, identify its friends, follow them, and even protect them. So this doesn't really do anything to it, does it?
Did you read the spell before you cast it?
Oh, no, I was gonna cast Sunburst. Okay, may I rescind that, pretty please?
You may rescind that, yes.
Takes these back.
Takes these backsies.
third time's the charm.
8th level stellar bodies. Stellar bodies, a bunch of these little starlight for cinematics. I prefer like spore weir lights kind of appear around me, and those will stay around me for now until my next turn. Once per round on your turn, you may use your action, so I can't do that yet, to cause a start a streak towards the enemy, causing 4d8 radiant. And it also blinds them. And because I upcast it, I have 2 additional ones. So I've got 4 small star spores rotating or like orbiting me.
Right.
And yeah. That'll be my turn. Just really up in its grill, just trying to get it to focus on me and yeah, shiny. I'm shiny and mysterious and shrouded in darkness.
Well, it's going to respect that, and it's going to beat the shit out of you.
Let's go.
It sees your shiny orbs and raises you 100 hands.
Okay.
It is going to use all 4 of its attacks to slap you.
Okay, it will be it'll be getting hit by a star for each time.
Isn't that once per round?
Let me check.
Oh, I have to make a wisdom saving throw if I hit you. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's as many times as you need. That's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's all good. That is going to be a 30 to hit, a 29 to hit,
That
a 32 to hit, and a 20 to hit.
It just hits.
Okay. How many hit points do you have?
I have 113. And it also is going to take 4d8 radiant. Oh wait, my AC is up to 21 now. So the fourth one does not hit.
Okay,
Though I will have to
that
roll
is-
for concentration.
Okay. Roll for concentration saving throw 3 times.
Okay.
Like, I'm just gonna add this all together, and you can just roll against the average. DC for this would be a 30 on the concentration saves.
Okay. If I succeed on all 3 of these, the fourth one does not hit me.
Okay.
How does that work again with its constitution? Oh, I have advantage.
Constitution, yes.
Okay. First one is, oh god, my con isn't great. First one is a 18.
Okay.
Second one is a 18.
Okay. So that fails. Your
Okay, yeah.
concentration
Third
fails.
one, weirdly, 18. All right, then yeah, then it hits me 4 times.
Okie dokie.
Did I say what it took for damage?
No, you have not. I need to make a wisdom save. I'm only going to be taking that wisdom save twice, though.
Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna die.
Oh.
That wisdom save is going to be a 20 and
is
a 15.
15 fails and it is blind. Wait, let me check before I misspeak. Not blind. Damn.
Well, it takes. Please roll the damage twice.
Okay. So that's 2d8. That's gonna come out to 11 radiant damage.
Okay. So
Yes.
the first hit slaps you in the face, and you feel the force damage reverberate through your body, tearing the mushrooms from your very core. The second hit is a punch that lands in your stomach, and you feel, oh, that's where you are. That's where you live. And you just got crushed.
Okay.
And you drop.
Okay. Yeah, I crumple over forward.
The third hit chops you in the neck. And the fourth hit, killing you rightly, snaps your spine. You are now a pile of dead mushrooms on the ground. But everybody, you notice that as this Tsusoet dies, the burning force flames rescind from its hands. It is no longer dealing as much damage. Lanfere, your turn.
Tank.
We need to have a conversation later about the role of a tank and how tanks are supposed to work.
I thought an AC of 20 was good enough.
No.
I've also got various advantages against magical spells, but now he just whooped my ass.
Counterspell this!
Yeah, I'm better against wizards.
All right, I am going to.
Is he outright dead or just unconscious?
He is dead. He's
So
dead.
I'm not
You
rolling
hit him.
death saves or nothing.
No, yeah, you got hit twice when
Well-
you were down. So that's 2 failed death saves plus an extra additional failed save from the last hit. You're dead.
Okay.
You need revivification. I will say I'm not plussed about revivification components. I care about spell slots.
I
So just need
have
that.
revivification, but
All the good it's gonna do. Is...
Awesome.
I don't.
Yeah, so I am going to summon a construct
Okay.
at 6th level.
Summon construct. I like that spell. I love the summon spells.
what was Jeffathan doing, by the way? What was
He is
cinematically?
He was hiding in the bushes, watching you die.
Good.
This is...
Good hide. Good shout.
90 total. All right. Yeah, 6th level. And it's, so I'll take the components out and like crush them in my hand and like slap the ground, and then a metal construct will kind of tease its way out of the soil. And then I will send it forward.
Alrighty. So let me just see how this action.
What's the
probably
range?
works.
Actually, it's 90 foot, so I'll just summon it right in front of the thing.
Okay.
Just
so
over
it
my
takes its-
corpse.
It takes its turn after you, just so you still have your bonus action to take, and then it will take its turn.
I don't have a ton of bonus action except to get away, so I don't really. Yeah. Good on bonus action.
Chat, make sure you tune in on Tuesday for Ben Brainerd's summer series as well. 8 p.m. EST.
Okay, cool. I did not think I needed to add player character dies to the bingo, dude. Oh, you should have had that as the center square. This is a summer series, level 20. I'm DMing. I kill people on the reg because it's level 20. They'll come back tomorrow. Like, I'm not concerned. Oh, look, I cast Resurrection with my wish spell, and he's back now. Oh,
Yeah,
who's concerned? Not me.
I'm not able to be concerned. I am mush on the floor.
You are dead.
Who are we? Are we on me?
Lanfere, you feel something about your bonus
Lanfear's
action?
done.
Okay, now it is your
but-
summon's turn.
Construct, heckin' Metal Mario. Music included. Does a multi-attack, I guess.
Yep,
Yeah,
6 attacks.
Nice.
Is it 6?
It's 6. It's the construct makes the number of attacks equal to half this spell's level, rounded down. You can't. No, it's 3 attacks. Sorry, 6.
Yeah, so I was thinking it
level-
was 3. Yeah.
I was confused. I love the summon spells because they scale so nicely, and they're so fun. I love them. Yippee!
3. Alright. So that'll be 37 damage from the slam attacks.
You have to roll to hit first.
Ah, that's a good. I'm a wizard, man. When do we? What is it? Plus. Yeah, you're right. Oh, okay. Spell attack modifier. Okay, so it'll be. All right, so we'll do. Swing 1 is 23 to hit.
23 hits.
All right, swing 2 is 24.
4 hits.
Swing 3 is 15.
15. That one is going to miss. 2 hits.
Reroll that damage. That's gonna be fine. 25 damage.
25 damage. Edging death even.
Gooning death, maybe.
Gooning death is well beyond bloodied at this point. This construct, bang, bang, boxing it in its ugly face. Is going to take a legendary action, and it is going to try and teleport, casting the spell Misty Step. Any counter spells? Escape.
Yeah.
Counterspell.
Yeah.
All right. So how I do counter spells is like on the spell being cast, I require everybody who wants to counterspell declare it on the cast. So we don't have the thing of like, oh, you failed, okay, then I'll counterspell. Or you failed, then I'll counterspell. It's just like we see it, we do it all at once, and that's how we rock and roll. So
We hold priority as one player.
yeah, yeah. So 2 counterspells on the stack. Lanfere up first.
All right. I mean, I guess that means that it's a higher than normal.
It's upcast, yeah.
Hmm. All right. Well, I probably would have just used regular old counterspell.
You better roll for it, please.
I get.
What is bro saying in the background music?
I don't think it's English.
Okay, spellcasting. Okay, cool. All right, let's see it. Ooh, 30.
30.
No, 31 actually.
How'd you get a 31? You just had your intelligence modifier.
Oh, is it just hit modifier? It's a
Yeah.
spell casting, so I just went.
I got you.
Actually, it didn't. My spell attack is higher than I thought it was. All right. In which case, it'll be 25.
That is still a success. You stop the Misty Step, Mavis. You unfortunately do waste your 3rd level counterspell. But better safe than sorry. This thing does not teleport away. Startch, you are up first. Please end this thing rightly.
Rightly. I could bonk it with my spoon.
End it, El Dante.
Have we hit this thing with necrotic damage this whole fight or no?
We have hit it with necrotic damage, and it took it full.
Okay, cool. I will hit it with a young, nasty, chill touch.
All right, roll the hit, please.
I will send a skeletal hand to caress his cheek. Please roll over one more. Thank God. Okay, 25. No,
25
27. I lied.
hits. 27 hits, roll your damage.
All right, 48. Couple of dates, good fiber sources. Oh, isn't that lovely? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 damage. 1,
10?
1, 2, 2, 5. How's that 1 HP feel?
It's still up.
That he is.
My dad feels like
I'm-
caress. It can't heal. That's good.
It can't heal.
Can't heal. I don't know if it's doing that, but it can't. Tsusoet, you are dead.
Yeah.
And that brings us to Mavis.
Mavis, kill it.
Is there anyone like super close to it still?
Starches.
Was.
That Tsusoet is dead. Starch.
Starch. Yes.
Yeah. Starch
I'm
is there.
It said Starch, and Jeff raised his hand, so I was like, yeah, no, was.
Is there a way that I can like drop a shatter on it and not hit anyone near it?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do an 8 level shatter.
Dear God.
Let's make sure it's dead.
All right, I gotta roll a con save. That is a fail. That is a sick, nasty 18.
That's a con save.
Oh, that's a con save.
$35 thunder damage.
35 thunder damage. It had 34 HP left. How does this thing fucking die?
Let's go.
Mavis just puts her hands on her hips and gives it a very stern look, and it just explodes.
Me sending brain explosion energy
Oh my
through
God.
my eyes. Boom! Thunderous, raucous explosion goes off. This thing's guts splayed everywhere as it just falls and splatters around. And we're going to resolve Sue being dead next week. And as we end session here, though I'm sure the party will be able to get you up. Everyone's got their nines.
Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
But you, the viewer, don't know that. So tune back next week to see if I actually did kill Fef for real this time. That is all from session. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been the Dungeon Master, Offbeat Outlaw. Please check out the other stream on Tuesday. It's also DM'd by another wonderful person, Ben Brainard. Also check me out on YouTube. I make videos about D&D and other things that interest me that week. Warframe video coming soon because I'm back on my Warframe kick. Hell yeah.
Are you going live after this?
I will be going live in like 30 minutes after this. Probably, yes.
Nice. I will not be able to raid you then.
It's okay. Beth.
Okay. Everyone stick around. We are going to be doing a raid. Thank you so much, Offbeat, for coming in. This is great. Feel fantastic. I am Sir Pfeffers, the humble dungeon master, the primary dungeon master of the long shot table. Yeah. This is my little nick of the woods. I hope you guys like it. If you want to see other content, head over to the YouTube where when we're on season, I'm DMing 3 weekly streamed campaigns. And if you would like to get into the community, you can head over to the Discord. We are as chaotic as we are wholesome, and we have memes, most importantly, and bingo. Did anyone win bingo tonight? There are 2 panels that will be running, sponsored by the Crit Awards at Gen Con. Feel free to check those out on the tickets online. There is the do's and don'ts of DMing, featuring our fantastic Offbeat Outlaw. And the other game that has yet to be announced. So they keep moving the room, and we've sent emails. So we'll have more information about that soon. Fall, 5-day LARP event coming up in November. You should check it out. At least Google it. It's pretty fun. Tsusoet. Yeah, he went in 100% thinking that he was going to be protecting his friends. Got absolutely folded on. But hey, that's someone that's not someone else who got hit like that. So he's happy in his book if he was capable of that right now, which he is not. He is mush on the floor. Jared.
Yeah, I waited until the very end of the fight to do a summoning thing, which is the whole point of my character. A summoner, a conjuration wizard. Yeah, I'll be quicker on the draw next time. I'm gonna have to help somebody shoulder tank responsibilities, which is totally fine. Immediately dominated a civilian, well, semi-civilian, so morally dubious. But anyway, fine. I didn't tell him to, do anything. He just took a nap, so it's fine. I feel no guilt. Taco, have you got any?
No, I've not. What's up, everyone? I play Startch, and today was the struggle over Startch's voice. It was a duel between Pfeff and I.
I apologize.
You're good. I couldn't find it at the beginning. You led me to it, and then you took it from me.
Yeah, and then I was stuck in it.
And
Others to a
because,
treasure
dude,
that I possess.
on
It's
Tuesday?
mine now.
That's my voice on Tuesday. But much more butlery than like.
So what was happening is I was like, oh, I found it. And then I would hear it come out of your mouth when you would like bleed into it. And I was like, oh, we're talking the same. I need to adjust. We don't have the same character voice. And then I would fall into Staw. Because like Startch is just Staw, like pitched up and cadence changed. So then I would be like, oh, I need to tweak a little bit, and I'd drop lower, and then I'd go to the left, and I'd be like, oh my god, I'm wearing a purple hat. Like, anyways, I play Startch. I'm gonna harvest the Mushroom Man before he comes back. Luna, have you gone?
No.
You should go. You should go. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Luna Spirit. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram. Mavis is gonna try to prevent the harvesting of the Mushroom Man if she sees
already
this
happened.
happening. Okay.
They happened while we were fighting.
Didn't
allegedly.
even fight it.
I don't know. She's got questions.
He
I don't
ate
know.
himself, bro. Like, come on.
I mean,
Decaying
that's-
in form of life. I don't want to be
thing that needs to be
irresponsible.
unpacked. That's questionable behavior. Anyway,
Do unto others, Miss Therapist. He gave me permission in that moment.
it is no.
He doesn't need all of his body for resurrection, right?
We can regenerate.
Does anyone
body
have
parts.
resurrection
We have
or
wish.
revivify?
We have wish.
5
Okay,
wishes.
Wish.
We have so many wishes.
This is
You
why
have a
I'm
ring
unconcerned.
that replenishes wishes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
you
It's
use
fine.
your wish to cast resurrection. You cast it instantly and without using any material components.
Decay is an extant form of life, and I refuse to be that irresponsible. So yeah, back into the pot.
And you were decaying on the ground in the road.
Right, Jared, you can go.
I've gone.
Oh, you
I think
did.
we're
Right, that's it.
All right, everybody, pile into this river, go kick it with Lightbox and Gnome. Have a phenomenal rest of your evening, my friends. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Oh.